Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, what's up? Do not forget to hit the like and the subscribe button, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I post new videos every week. So today I just wanted to do a little update on the dry pedicure. I did a video for you guys a little while ago, and if you missed that, I'll leave a link above here and you can go check that out. But since then, I've changed a couple things and I wanted to share my newest, most current dry pedicure procedure, technique, whatever you want to call it. So if you're unfamiliar with what a dry pedicure is, and that's why you clicked on this video, then it's just that. It's a pedicure that you can offer that is totally waterless. It has the same benefits, and I'll argue with most that it's kind of better than water. Just saying. For certain people, it's better. But it's the same steps that you would take in a normal pedicure, just without the water. So you would replace it with certain products and so on and so forth. I always love doing dry pedicures, and I always recommend them, especially for techs that are mobile, that are in-house or have a small suite. If you have limited space or you're new to pedicures, this is definitely a service that you should be offering. And more importantly, I like to offer this pedicure seasonal because a lot of our clients feel that they're just totally going to neglect their feet throughout the winter months. So this is a good way to show them that you should still be doing a pedicure. You price it a little bit lower than whatever your basic pedicure is, just because there is no water, but it's still beneficial. So you don't want to price it too low. It's a service that I offer in the fall and winter months. So ideally, I like to start it around September, October. I'm a little late this year. And then I'll kind of discontinue it around March, April, once I see that the weather is changing. And then I'll roll into maybe treatments for feet for people that didn't do anything for their feet all winter. And then I go into my normal basic and spa and specialty pedicures for the summer and spring months. So I just wanted to give you again an updated procedures on how I'm doing this new dry pedicure. Like I said, the last video that I did for you, it was using the keratin socks. So I no longer use those. It started to become a little bit, you can find them, but cost-wise, we had to find something else. So I have a new product that I'm using for my dry pedicure, a couple new products. So I'm gonna leave a link in the description box below to my Amazon storefront, so you'll find all the products that I'm using in this video there. And if you are interested in starting a dry pedicure, then go ahead and just click, add to cart, and get yourself up and started, because the winter time, we definitely do not want to lose any type of money. We definitely don't want our clients to neglect their feet, and then they come back to us in the summer with these like really, really horrendous feet that they want to remedy, and we can't help you because you did nothing for 5-6 months. So definitely think about offering this dry pedicure. So let's get into the dry pedicure procedure right now. Okay, so the first thing that I begin to do is to remove her polish. I remove her polish using a cuticle safety carbide bit. Guys, carbide bits are the best way to remove polish. You do not want to remove polish on the feet, especially with a sanding band. Sanding bands cause a lot of heat on the nail plate and can cause a lot of damage to the nail matrix. So we don't want to do that. Carbide bits are made to cut, and they actually remove product quicker and more efficiently than a sanding band. So always use a carbide bit when removing gel polish. So I begin by using that. I always use a cuticle safety bit on the toenails just because it is a little small area and I don't want to risk cutting the client. When you are removing polish though, I don't 100% remove it. I try to get anywhere from about 80 to 90% of it off. I don't stress the corners and everything, because by the time I do other things, eventually all those little pieces that I miss will eventually come off. So you just want to remove a good portion of the polish. Don't mind my camera. I'm just going to tell you now, doing a pedicure and filming, this was a nightmare. It was so hard to try to not have my head be in the way, but I still have to do my job. This was tough. So if you see me move the camera a lot, I apologize, but I tried to get as close as possible. So again, just kind of going over that polish and removing it on both toenails. So next, I always go in with a little bit of swipe just to remove any type of debris from the e-file. And then I use my callus spray to spray the bottom of her feet. So even though this is a dry pedicure, it's literally, for the most part, all the same steps that I normally do. So they do get callus treatment as well. So then I'm going to go in and cut her toenails. This client in particular likes her toenails very short. You know, again, guys, winter is coming, so we automatically know people are in shoes. They always want their toenails as short as possible, so it's not bothering them. And then you just have people that always, all year round, like their toenails ideally short. So always ask your customers. Some people like long toenails in the winter. Don't ever assume. Always ask your customer what they want. And once I'm done cutting the toenails, I'm going in roughly with a file. This is a soft, this is about a 180 or 240, I'm not sure. This comes in my disposable pedicure kits that I have. So this is a little mini file that comes with it. So then I'm going in and making sure that those edges aren't too sharp. And then this file is soft enough that I could file a little bit on the top. So again, this is another opportunity that if I got any polish on the side, I'm going to try to scrape that off. So you see, I'm trying to just get that little piece. If not, it'll come off in another step. Now I'm going to apply some cuticle eliminator to the cuticles and rub that in before I push back the epinicium to expose the cuticle before I nip. So after I'm done with that, I do go back in with my e-file with the round cuticle bit. I don't do this on everybody. Sometimes I do it as I see fit. This bit, it can work with you or kind of work against you. You want to be very mindful when using this bit, again, on the feet or the hands, because if you apply too much pressure with your e-file, you will leave a small ring. You will see a ring when they come back from the file, so you don't want to do too much with this file. So I just go in lightly just to make sure that area is like nice and clean. So after that, I like to go back in with my hand file just to make sure that everything's nice and even, nice and squared. Those edges aren't too sharp. This is my chance to kind of round it out any last minutes before I go in with the mini buffer and I just buff the nail and the edges. So now it's time to scrub the bottom, and because I sprayed it with the callus remover, it's ready to be scraped. So you see how dry she is. If you use the right abrasive, again, these pedicures are amazing for this. So instead of it kind of caking up onto your foot file, you see that it's almost like sandpaper when you're doing a dry pedicure. So it's just getting rid of all of that dry skin. It's really amazing. You don't want to go in with anything too soft. Actually, you don't want to go in too rough. So about a 60 grit or 80 grit, it's really good for pedicures in general, and especially for a dry pedicure. So for this, I just kind of scrub until I feel that it's soft. And again, you see it's almost like snowing. That's how you kind of want it to be. You want it to just flake right off. And I'm making sure that I'm particularly getting the areas that are more dry, not so much the skin that is fine, because she doesn't really need that much work. So I'm just going to go ahead on those areas with my foot file. Now I apply cuticle oil to the nails and I just rub that in. And the only reason I do that after I scrub is because anything that's dry around the toe, I want to be able to get while I'm scrubbing. And I also don't want to slip by grabbing a little bit of cuticle oil on my hands, and while I'm rubbing her feet, especially dry, it could be a whole hot mess. So I just do that part afterwards. So now I'm just going to repeat the whole entire process on the second foot. So once that's complete, I'm gonna go on with this lotion. So this is a new lotion that I've been using. We actually use it in school. The students get it in their kit, and I really love it, and it's very effective. So I've decided to incorporate it into my dry pedicures going forward instead of using the keratin stocks. So this lotion, it's pretty awesome. So you'll see that it comes out like lotion. You rub it in your hands, you rub it onto your client's feet, and you just keep rubbing, and you rub and you rub and rub, and you're rubbing in the lotion. And as you're rubbing it in, it's going to get rough. And then you're going to start to see all that dead skin just kind of cake up and just float off the feet. And it's really awesome, again, if somebody has really dry skin, because her feet looked pretty good afterwards, but we were both surprised at how much dead skin it picks up, especially on the top of the foot, around the toenails, any type of calluses around this on the skin, around the nail, all of that stuff. You want to just rub it all the way in. So as you're rubbing it, you're going to want to think like, okay, it's getting a little weird, and you just keep rubbing and rubbing and rubbing, and you'll see it all start to just come off. And you see, like, look at her foot. This is no water, guys. There's no water involved. Look at her foot. Amazing. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing with the lotion on the second foot. And if you have a pedicure chair set up like how I do, and you're doing dry pedicure, she doesn't have her foot in an actual basin. I just have a towel inside where the basin would go, just so she's still comfortable during the pedicure. Her feet are just kind of sitting inside where the basin would be. But you don't need to waste a liner or anything like that. A towel on the bottom is fine. So after both feet are done, I'm going in with a hot towel, and I just want to make sure that I'm removing all that lotion, all that cream, all the stuff that I put on her feet, especially around the toenails. We want the nail plate as dry as possible so we have the best adhesion for our gel polish. So I'm just going ahead and rubbing all that stuff off, all the oils, cuticle oil, everything off her nail and off her feet and leg. And again, guys, look at her feet. They were so soft and so smooth, and this is why my customers get addicted to this, because they're like, "Ooh, I get the same benefits, and it's a little bit cheaper." But again, you eventually you should do a proper pedicure once in a blue. But this is an amazing alternative and a great service that you should be adding on. So after I'm done with the hot towel, I'm going to go in with another product that I do use. I use it in my basic pedicures. So this is Pedi Ice. It's basically like a cooling gel, a refreshing gel. So it does give the skin and the feet a little bit of moisture. You don't want to get this on the nail plate. So you see me purposely avoiding all toes because again, we want the nail plate as dry as possible before we polish. So I just apply this to the leg, the bottom, and the top of the foot on both feet, avoiding the nail plates and the toenail area, and before I polish. So now I'm using a little bit of Swipe and acetone. I use a little bit of both on this lint-free wipe just to make sure that I'm really, really getting that toenail. Make sure I don't want no lotion, no cuticle oil. I want nothing. I want a nice dry toenail before I polish. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just remove that dirty towel and set her up for polish. So I just take away that white towel. I have a nice clean towel on the side. And then I use these little sheets that you see. They were like, I have it listed. Everything's going to be linked on my Amazon storefront underneath Dry Pedicure. This might be there already. These are actually like pet things that you use for your pet. So the trick on Amazon is that sometimes you can, if you type in dog or cat, because they're bigger, but if you do like rabbit, then you'll get them smaller and you'll get them cheaper. So these were a little bit bigger. They're cut in half just to, expand. I don't need it that big. So I usually use that just so I don't get any polish or anything on my pedicure chair. So then I go in with a little dehydrator, dehydrate that nail plate, some primer, make sure we have good adhesion. And then I'm going to go ahead and polish her toenails. After I'm done polishing, I like to add cuticle oil because, again, we spent so much time avoiding that area and keeping it dry that I like to just replenish it, give it some moisture, add cuticle oil back on, and then I go in with this Cuticle Light Butter Lotion, which is a good massaging lotion. It's not too thick and it has a nice scent. I really like Cuticle for pedicure products. They're pretty good. So I'm just giving her foot and leg massage with this lotion. And lastly, I go in with this Aveeno finishing oil. This oil smells amazing. I've had customers buy it because they wanted to use it after the shower. I use it in my spa pedicure. I don't normally use it for the dry pedicure, but I just wanted to show you guys it. And it is linked already on my Amazon storefront, but this is just amazing. So this is a nice finishing oil. It smells good. It gives it a little bit of moisture, makes it shiny, and she's all done. There you have it. So this is a nice, again, alternative, a good addition that you want to add onto your service menu for
so
the
that
fall
was the dry
and winter
pedicure.
months.
As you can
This
see,
is the
her
finished
feet
look.
look amazing. They feel amazing. I actually did my own dry pedicure last night, and I have to say, I haven't done a dry pedicure in a while because, again, I only do it on myself when I offer it, but it's amazing. If you have a client that is especially dry or kind of crusty, I hate to say that, but this is a really, really good pedicure. People think they need to soak their feet in water, but scrubbing dry with the right type of abrasive and the right type of foot file, it has amazing results. And again, I only offer this in the fall and winter months because my clients love it so much that they will do it all year round. And at some point you should soak the feet because, again, if somebody has dead skin around their toenails, ideally you want it as soft as possible. So for those people, you might, and thicken calluses and stuff around their toenails, you want to kind of soak their feet a little bit. So I had to pull it off the menu when the nice months come along because I have people that would just go dry all year round. So it, again, is something that I offer seasonal, and I definitely recommend it to anybody that's starting out or somebody that's in a small space or somebody that's just wanting to have a new service. Again, the more services we can offer our clients, the more they can choose from and the more we can keep that money in-house for us as a nail tech. If you guys want to see any other pedicure videos, you know I love pedicures. I have a new spa pedicure that I'm doing and it's super cute. I did my first one yesterday. I just started offering it. I'm obsessed with it and I love it. So let me know if you want to see that video of my new spa pedicure. Anything else, you can leave me a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to thumbs up, like this video, and I will see you next time. Bye. Baby hairs is on point today. Period.